Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use Testmo's exploratory testing sessions feature, step by step. Session-based test management focuses on the use of exploratory testing to track, manage, and audit the quality of your projects. With test sessions, testers are able to more freely explore whatever it is they're testing when compared with predefined or scripted test cases. Testmo enables your testers to plan and execute their testing in an exploratory session-based approach. So you can see that here, I hope, in the context of this project that I'm working on. I have a sessions view here. I'm going to walk you through a simple scenario, which is going to show you how you can use exploratory sessions to carry out some testing linked to Jira issues for requirements coverage. So in my sort of hypothetical scenario, I am testing some functionality that my dev team is working on. So if I look inside of Jira here, I've got some tickets that are in progress currently. This ticket already has a session associated with it. So I can see I have a user account registration session linked to this Jira issue. I can also see the configuration it was tested against, so the Firefox browser on a local environment. And I can also see the activity linked with my session. And if I click on that, then I can go straight into that session inside of Testmo and see some more information about it. Inside of the session, I've got a recording of all of the things that I observed while I was testing the feature. So I've got questions I asked while I was performing my testing. I've got notes about the specific things that I tested and details of any issues that I observed, including links to bugs that I raised as a result of my testing. And confirmations of things that might be important to my stakeholders. So notes regarding the coverage of definitions of done, for example. You can also see at the top of the session various details, including the title of the session, who it's assigned to, the configuration which was used that I mentioned earlier, what the mission is for the session, how long I think the session's going to take to actually perform, what the workflow status is of the session, the milestone that it's linked to, any issues that it's linked to, any additional contributors, and this activity console here, which is incredibly useful for jumping around inside of the session to important information that you want to get to quickly. What does all that look like when you're running a new session? Well, let's go back to Jira real quickly. So I can see here that there is a ticket which hasn't actually been tested yet. So there's no sessions linked to this ticket from Testmo at the current time. So what I'm going to do here is just copy this information real quickly, and I'm going to go into my sessions and create a new one here. So I'm testing the user login, so I'm just going to give that a quick name there. I'm testing in Chrome and locally still, so I'm going to add my configuration here. This configurations can be configured in your administration console in Testmo, and we'll talk about those in more detail in a separate video. Sessions can be linked to milestones, so I'm just going to stick with the juice shop milestone here, but clearly if you've got other milestones, then you'd be able to use those as well. Now for my mission, Different teams may have different ways of approaching what the level of information and direction that's provided in this mission field. When I'm carrying out exploratory testing, though, usually if I'm taking a kind of user story and definitions of done based approach, then I'm pretty happy to explore the user story and verify whether or not the definitions of done have been met as well. So that's going to be my mission for this session. I'm already using the exploratory session template, so no changes there. State of the session is somewhat important. So when you create a session, it's going to be created in a status of new unless you explicitly select a different state. Once I start working on this session, it's going to change to in progress. And once I finish it, I'll change the state to under review to indicate that somebody needs to take a look at my session notes and decide whether there's any actions that need to be taken as a result of them. For example, if there's questions, have those questions been answered? If there's bugs, are they being addressed? If there are other statuses such as retest or skip, what's being done about those. So this is an important component of a session-based testing approach that you're reviewing your sessions. You're taking kind of an iterative approach to the testing that you're carrying out. And creating new sessions if needed based on a review of the notes from your previous sessions. So this is intended to be a cyclical, iterative approach to your testing. I'm going to assign it to myself. I'm going to supply an estimate here. I could also add links to issues. So the issue that I'm testing here is JS2. So I can add that in here real quickly. JS2, and then that'll appear as covered inside the context of that issue in Jira. So with that all done, I can add my session and make a start on it. I like to capture the elapsed time when I'm running my testing sessions so that I can record how long things are actually taking versus how long I estimated they would take. So in this hypothetical example, I'm checking login functionality. So probably I'd start with something like valid login works. And I may set that to passed and add some notes around that. I might check some things like empty fields and see whether or not that passes or fails. I could look at invalid username and password combinations. And, maybe there's a failure there or something that I need to, I have a question around or I want to retest, and I can set my status here accordingly and keep progressing through the session like that, adding notes and observations as I go, along with screenshots, logging information and other artifacts that may be useful to provide additional information about the testing that I'm carrying out, so that somebody else can refer to this at a later date and decide whether there are additional actions that need to be carried out, whether there's additional testing that needs to be done. or whether as a result of the testing that's been performed and the evidence that's been supplied in the form of logs, screenshots, or whatever else you attach here, whether that testing is sufficient or not. Once the testing's complete, I'd hit the stop button on my recorder, and then update my session to show a status of under review, as I mentioned earlier. And then, somebody can come back in here, take a look at the sessions that are ready to be reviewed, and determine what to do with that information. So reviewing all of the stuff that's been added to the session notes, so that they can make those decisions. You can also print and export these notes, so that you can share them outside of Testmo should you wish to do so. So that's about all the time that I've got to talk about Testmo sessions in this short video. Hopefully that's been helpful, however, and you've seen that sessions can be used to plan out your testing with a decent amount of rigor, and that you can link your sessions to Jira issues, so that you're able to demonstrate coverage both inside of Testmo and also inside of Jira, through the Testmo for Jira app. Sessions can be used to capture detailed information about the testing that was performed, using the rich text editing capabilities that we provide in Testmo, the ability to attach logging, files, screenshots, anything else that you need to your session notes, and the ability to use statuses to call out important information from your testing sessions, which can then easily be jumped into from elsewhere, should you wish to do so. If you've got any questions about this video, please do let us know about them. If you liked the video, please hit the like button and hit subscribe. Questions can be posted in the video comments, and we'll happily respond to those there. Thanks again for your time and attention. We appreciate it. Happy testing.